Hey guys, Jason here with Starkey Products. Today we're going to be installing our OEM style bed lighting kit for all 2021 and up F-150s. Included with the kit are OEM style bed lights and power extensions, a wiring harness that's going to connect to the truck, a parts bag with all the parts you're going to need. Tools required are either an adjustable wrench or an 8mm socket and wrench, a T20 Torx driver, flathead screwdriver, and a rag. The first thing we're going to do are pop these oval caps out. Now if you have a plastic bed liner, you might just need to peel back the corner to gain access. If you have a spray-in bed liner though, you're going to want to make sure they didn't spray over the caps. If they did, just run a razor blade around the edge. That way you don't take any bed liner material when you pop out the cap. So I'm going to grab this flathead screwdriver, wrapped in a rag. We don't want to scratch the paint. And now we'll do the passenger side. Now I'm going to install the first bed light. You're going to feed this connector through the opening. You'll notice that on one side of the lamp there's a notch, the other side has a clip. The notch is going to go on the top edge like so, and then the clip is going to snap into place. And now we'll repeat the process on the other side. Now I'm in the bed of the truck and we're going to remove this third brake light. This truck has the incandescent version, but if you have an LED or the LED with the 360 assist, they're all going to come out the same way. I'm going to grab the T20 Torx driver here and remove these 4 screws. I've got the wiring harness with the 2 Deutsch connections, and I'm just going to feed these 2 through this opening. And now I'm in the cab of the truck, and I'm just going to loosen the headliner. There's 2 clips that hold this. We do not need to remove. And then I'm going to grab the Deutsch connectors and just carefully feed it through. We're back at the third brake light, and we are going to tap into 1 factory wire. You'll want to refer to the instruction manual for the proper wire. In the case of this truck, it's this lighter colored wire. I'm going to grab our 3M T-tap, slide it under the wire like so. You're going to want to make sure the wire sits between the 2 teeth, and then you're just going to close that cover, and you're going to hear it snap. Then you'll take the wire from the wiring harness and plug it right into the back. Just like that. Now I'm going to reinstall the third brake light. I'm going to thread these screws back in by hand and just snug them up with the screwdriver. I don't want to over tighten and crack the lens. All right, now we're back in the cab and I've got the wiring harness. I'm going to release the seat. And then I'm just going to route this wiring along the headliner and down this pillar here. This panel just loosens at the top. You can hear the clips pop, and that'll just give you a little more room. As I run this above the headliner, I'm going to tuck it in so that it doesn't sag down and stays hidden from view. And then I'll be sure to pop this back in place, which is real easy. Now I'm going to remove this insulation pad so we can gain access to the pass-through and ground location. And I'll just kind of tuck this in so you guys can have a better view of what I'm doing. So you're going to notice there's an 8mm stud right here. We're going to want to attach this ring terminal from the harness to it. I'll go ahead and do that now. So that's attached. Now I'm going to finish routing the wiring down along this side. That way it's tucked in and you won't see it. We're going to take these two Deutsch connections and we're going to insert them one at a time through one of these pass-throughs, just like this. So I'm going to insert the first one and then the second one through the same opening. And we're just going to feed this wiring through. This wiring is going to drop between the bed and the cab, and then we'll be able to route it to the rear of the truck. We've got these Deutsch connectors and I'm going to run them along the frame rail to the rear of the truck, just making sure I avoid any moving parts or anything that's hot like exhaust. I am going to throw the truck up on the lift so you can see exactly what we do, but you absolutely do not need a lift to make this happen. You can do it on the ground, or you could even just throw the truck up on a set of ramps in the rear here and accomplish the same thing. I've routed all the wiring to the rear tailgate here, and I've got all my connections, and I'm going to go ahead and plug in the bed lights to this power source. And then the last thing I'm going to do is just use some of the supplied zip ties to button up this wiring and make sure it's all secure. I finished installation of the OEM style bed lighting kit on this 2021, and the install is going to take you about 30 minutes. The lights are going to function anytime you hit the unlock button with your key fob. They're also going to come on automatically when you open any cab door. There is a button on your headlight switch that controls the factory over cab bed lights. Those are going to control these lights as well, and you can turn them on for up to 10 minutes with that button. If you have any questions, comments, please comment in the section below. And if you're interested in this product, check out our website or one of our authorized dealers. Thank you very much.